Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Bros Park. We have another installment of Weekly Recap, and today we have Busamen Gachi Fighter, episode 4. As always, I am Colin, one of your hosts. I am joined by
yours truly, Jeff, and let's just get into it. So we kind of like just continue off of episode 3 where Rize, okay, we learned that it's not leads.
Yes.
I don't know. They kind of said Rize. I don't know.
It was like Tokyo Ghoul-esque, yeah.
Yeah. But we learned that she actually is not the person who falsely accused Shigeru.
Yeah, that was a big development for sure.
Yeah, I was like, dude, when she was describing like her, like how she got to where she is, I was getting kind of confused, but then thankfully they cleared it up. So she is in her notes. The reason why she knows Shigeru's last name is because she can read someone else's window. So she can know their name, status, and all of their special notes. So she knows this guy is the almighty god.
Yeah, she went in, and we'll get to the backstory of it, but basically her whole thing is in her notes. She wanted, and I quote, to understand others better. And what that translated to in the game is reading each other's windows. Nobody can see hers, but she can see everybody else's. We still don't know her name. We just have the nickname Rize or Rize.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense why we don't know her name. Yeah, mainly because she is the brother of Seika, the CEO, and her what's it called? The thing that she was working on. She mentioned in the very beginning that like she was in a program that caused a rampage that also resulted in Seika getting hurt. The reason why she's like wheelchair bound. So she said the accident was like caused by a minor discrepancy in people's perceptions and an unfortunate emotional lapse. I don't know if that was just my like subtitles, but I was like, what in the AI generated captions is this?
Yeah, dude, I had no idea what was going on because she was like program and caused Seika's accident and everything, and I was like, you were working at an AI company. Like, did the AI go Terminator on us and like fucking annihilate
like,
her?
cause a giant fire and shit? But anyways, we learned that like, hey, her AI just went fucking bonkers, and that's what caused Seika's company to go bankrupt and also hurt Seika. So I'm like, okay, well, she's not the one that we thought, but at least she's like still like, you know, tied within the whole group.
Yeah, so wait, you said earlier that it was Seiji's brother. Is it Seiji's brother or sister?
Oh, sister.
Okay. I was
yeah. Seiki is her brother. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Seiji.
Oh, Seiji. Oh my god.
Because it's Seiji and Seika.
Yeah, dude.
And Rize and Shigeru.
Dude, imagine if this was some trap situation going on here. That'd be insane.
But yeah, we got Seiji's sister here, and again, like you said, if she says her name, everybody will figure it out, and you know we don't want that right now. She said that if it comes out now for whatever reason, it would probably try to split the group apart, and she doesn't want that, and she knows that Shigeru, the almighty god, is trying to have Seika learn and Seiji smile and everyone be happy, and she's like, that's a very commendable quest. I want to help you with that. I want to help you guide them.
I want to help you help them. But dude, imagine her reaction when she read his like goddamn fucking window. Like, first thing she sees, almighty god, 1 trillion across the board. I'd be like, I'd shit my pants. I'd be like, whoa, what?
I wonder if we went back to episode 1, if like the first time she saw him, she clocked it. Like if there's like a moment where she like pauses to stare at him. Like I don't actually remember. That'd be an interesting thing to go see.
That would be pretty cool if they put that in. Like I'd probably have to go back into it and like imagine her reaction to reading his notes. She'd be like, what in the incel?
Dude, she just goes up and tries to touch him all the time to like lose his health.
Hell, like if she touches him 10 times, she could actually kill him.
Yeah.
What
it's
the hell?
So good. But so they have that kind of meeting and they kind of go about their time and they move on to this kind of, we're gonna guide these two together. And They then are now on the way to the next like town or village or city. I think it's a metropolitan area.
It seems like a new city, like Valeria.
Yeah.
Valeria.
And they decide to take the camping route because, you know, obviously Seika's never been camping and wants to camp, which is fine. It's shorter. Yeah. And, you know, along the way, they have some monster fights. And I will say, I don't think the monster fights are that great. Like, it's very simple.
Yeah, it's like kind of like low effort, low budget type of stuff. But at the same time, this is just one-off battles. I would like to hope if there's an intense battle that like, you know, the animation steps up. Like animation so far, it's like kind of, you know, your cookie cutter like average, kind of a little bit above average like animation. So
yeah, it's clean for sure. I don't see anything that I have issues with. It's just nothing that excites me, you know?
Yeah. And like the thing is, like going back to Rize, like, you know, when they agreed to help them, they always do the anime thing with like, I'm gonna cut my hair to show my resolve. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, I guess, sure, why not? Why not?
But at least this one did have the added thing that it seems like Rize almost has a thing for Seika to a certain degree, because that was part of the whole cutting hair, where she was like, oh, Seika said that she prefers me with short hair, so like I'm gonna do that.
Or she just wants to be friends with her. I think this is gonna go the wholesome route.
You can wholesomely be into each other. Look at Dress Up Darling. Come on.
I guess. But like during the fight scene, we actually see Seika do something where she actually casts Small Cold and she actually like destroyed a monster. I was thinking like, dude, her being a mage is actually the smartest thing possible, because she's got like minus like 500 accuracy.
Yeah,
her. So, like, you don't have to aim to cast a spell.
No,
it's so smart.
As long as you don't hit your party members, you're fine. And she didn't, and this was the first time she's been useful other than quote unquote being rich, I guess.
Yep, that's true. And then after that, they call it a night. Like, hey, we're actually gonna go camping now. And then like they go out. Seika and Shigeru go fishing, right? And I love how like they're fishing, no bites, but you can just see the fish straight up. I'm like, dude, why don't you just like do something, just grab the fish? You could do it like in like 1 millisecond.
Yep. And I imagined him getting a bite and like pulling back on the rod, and the fish goes flying across the globe.
That would have been so funny.
But no, unfortunately they just didn't catch anything until Rize showed up and said, well, I'll handle this, and shot them with her bow and arrow, which seems like the most reasonable thing to do, to be honest.
That's the smartest thing. I'm like, wow, like that's what I would have done. And then like, but at the same time, like instead of fishing, he was giving like Seika like life advice about, you know, crying, and like, you know, adults lose the ability to cry. And then after that, she ends up crying, and then she uses his cloak as a tissue again to blow her nose.
She always does it.
I love that bit, and he's like, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
He's just accepted it. He's like, oh, come on, not again.
like, come on.
I like the little bits that they do in there, and they've like continued through it.
Yeah, and then when they return back to camp, they're like, oh yeah, we made fish, and we also made rice gruel. And he's like, are we in Europe? What is this? Yeah, I actually like his humor.
He's so straight to the point about it. And I guess my subtitle said, oh, are we in the Western world? And then he's like, no, another world. And I was like, what? We got that. Yeah, we've been here for 4 episodes.
But lo and behold, their dinner gets goddamn interrupted by a woman passing out.
Yes, she comes out of the forest, and it seems like she suffered a severe wound. Her, I think, right forearm has been cut off.
Yeah, damn, man.
She passes out from it, and they save her and rescue her, obviously, because, you know, Seiji's a hero. And
hell yeah, dude.
That being said, she's not great, and we know that because of Rize's power to read the special notes.
It's actually really OP, because like you can just tell someone's like nature based off Rize now, which is like kind of OP. Yeah,
I think it's great because she started sharing it with Shigeru. When she was keeping it to herself, like, it doesn't help anybody. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. You literally have like the most like perfect scout possible.
100%. And this woman's special notes are crazier than Shigeru's.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
Yeah, she was done dirty in the past where like pretty girls stole her man. So she got super angry, and her special notes, she's like, what did it say? Like
She said, I will never forgive the pretty girls. I will kill them, gouge out their eyes, and gut them.
yeah. Yeah. So she's basically, as soon as she wakes up, she's kind of targeting Seika? Yeah.
Yep.
Seika, because Seika's like, pretty, and getting in her notes she wrote that I want to be pretty. She's getting too close to her, and she's like, oh, she got that like physical like ick whenever Seika comes near her.
She
I'm
gets
like, what
that
the hell?
twitch, dude. She goes for her knife all the time, which they've pulled off of her because Rize knows that she's gonna target Seika, but she goes for that like knife grab on the back, and then it's not there, and she's like
I also like when she's like goes to Seika, she's like, hey, can you take me to the river, for like a drink of water? And like Seiji is like, he's like, no wait, Shigeru wants to like, he wants to protect Seika. He's like, I'll go too. And then she's like, if you touch me, I'm gonna scream. She's so fucking mean to him.
Yeah, she was calling out Seiji because Seiji was like, oh, I'll do it, and she was like, I was trying to be coy about it. I'm actually gonna go bathe, so it's better if Seika. Seiji, you're so pure, but like you're definitely kind of lewd, right? And he like passes out. And then same thing with Shigeru.
Because Seika is like, are you a per? Are you a per? And then she freaking asked him again, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? And then freaking Rize steps up. She's like, hey, I'm gonna help you. But then like, because of her ability to read someone's window, it comes at a cost where she can't tell lies.
Yeah.
And I like how that also kind of goes into like, she can't even hide her emotion.
No, it's all over her face.
You just see her with like murderous intent, like wanting to kill this girl. She's like, what the fuck? Why is she so scary?
Yeah, I think Shigeru said, oh, you can't even hide your bloodlust. I'm like, damn, dude, that's like, rough.
Yeah, that's actually, that's a pretty good cost, right?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, she definitely has a broken power. Is it as broken as Almighty God? No, but it's still more reasonable than being the Almighty God.
So then freaking they go out to the river, and like, so it's just Shigeru and Seiji. But then you fucking see Shigeru kind of like blurry. Like Shigeru even mentions it, like, dude, what the hell is going on? Why are you blurry? Turns out he's just freaking like skipping back and forth between the river and Seiji. I'm like, holy shit, that's actually so.
He pulls a One Punch Man. He says, I'm doing side jumps at max power.
I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, you're just imagining things. Don't worry about it. He's like, I'm seeing after images, man.
Yeah, so she's like, are you vibrating right now?
and he's like, don't worry about it. You're just tired. And then he fucking puts him to sleep. And then I like how he even says it himself. Like, I should have just done this in the beginning.
Yeah, he pulls up his menu while side jumping, and he's just like, sleep. It's like, wow, that was... you had this ability, why didn't you just do this already?
To be honest, because he's Almighty God, he probably has like thousands of abilities, right?
Yeah,
it must be like so hard to like keep track of them.
I'm sure, but he knew it enough to do it there, unless he was scrolling through all of his abilities to be like, which one will work here? Paralysis, sleep. Like, I have no idea.
But we go to the river, and lo and goddamn, we find her out the adult woman's name, Rhea, and she kind of gives her spiel like, hey, you're a pretty girl. Because I wrote this in the special notes, she actually doesn't want to kill Seika.
No.
She's been so nice, but the notes are kind of controlling her.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it really does take over your life or your mentality when you put it in the notes, right? There's no escaping it. There's no getting away from it. And she does pull the knife, and Rize comes out of the woods, shoots the knife out of her hand with a bow and arrow, backs her up a bit, and Rhea basically says that she will have Seiji save her because Seiji is, a hero, doesn't want to let anybody down, whatever it is. So, sorry, Seika, you have to die for me, and Seiji will save me as the hero he is. And that's her kind of ending off story point where she just says, yeah, like, I'm going to take her place, more or less.
Yeah. That's the goal from her, and then freaking Shigeru, he freaking like stops her hand,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, you know what? Enough is enough. Draws his sword. I'm like, oh shit! Like, I feel like this guy would actually like, actually like offer, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that, or maybe cut off her other arm so she can't wield a blade, like
That'd
something.
be fucked up. That'd be fucked
I'm
up.
just saying, like, it's either that or kill her, I guess.
But crazy. Like, I didn't think it would happen so soon. We see Seika transform, like into like Seiji has a transformation. Seika actually transforms into like this angelic form. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we saw the wings come out, just like when we saw Seiji's transformation, but then boom, of course, halo on our head. And we kind of got the inclination that was going to happen anyways because of the OPs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It looked
I didn't expect
good.
it to be so soon, right?
I mean, there's only, I'm assuming, like 13 episodes. So we're like a third of the way in already. I didn't think it was going to be this episode, but I thought it would be like within the next episode type idea.
Yeah. My conspiracy theory is that like this form of hers, she can like rewrite the world's laws. So I think it's going to be something to do with her changing Raya's notes.
Yeah, I thought the same way. I thought that it would overwrite some negative things. So if things are going poorly, she can heal any wound. Kind of Orihime-esque in Bleach, where she's not healing, she's like reverting time in a certain area. I thought the same thing, where she can revert anything in the status window. So if your health is low, she can revert that to being high, or poisoned effect, and she can do that, but it's not technically healing, right? That was my thought.
Yeah, I personally think she's gonna be able to change it, but then I feel like that's such a broken ability, because then people can just go to her like, hey, can I change my minus 255 looks to plus 255?
Yeah, you know what? We know Shigeru is not going to do that. He's got to be the ugly mug for the rest of the show. We know that for sure. But I don't know. They all have broken abilities, so I could see it happening still.
Yeah, and that pretty much ends the episode. It wasn't too bad. It's pretty funny, actually.
It was good, straight to the point. It was short. I never feel tired after watching these episodes, which is nice. Like it's just a nice little pretty wake up call.
Yeah, and like, Rize's identity was kind of a surprise. I didn't expect that. But I'm not angry. I'm not about it. I'm like, oh, that's a good way of like tying things into each other.
If it wasn't the false accuser on the train against Shigeru, this is the next best thing for me. Like, it's not
I feel like that false accuser is still gonna come around. I think that might be like the big bad of this.
Yeah, it could be the main villainess, I guess, of this.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how it goes as the season continues. And thank you all for tuning in to another weekly recap. Please check out the other shows that we are recapping basically every single day of the week. And until the next episode of Busamen, we'll catch you later. Have a great time. Peace.
Peace, guys.